Alrighty then, everyone. We're back with the Dragon Ball Z What Ifs. Today's Dragon Ball Z What If, thanks to the poll, the winner of the poll was pretty concise, is what if Gohan kept training after Cell? This comes to us from Shisui Uzumaki, Terrence 214 Xbox Mobile PC, and Mason Zalman. This is one that comes up a lot in the whole concept of wasted opportunities with a character. How people kind of were upset of how Gohan's character got treated in after the Cell saga and going into Super. Now, I actually am going to do a video not exactly on this issue, but with a related issue. I think on Christmas Day. I'm still doing videos on Christmas Day, by the way. I mean, I got nothing better to do. No, it's like, well, you don't want to spend time with family? I'll spend time with family for the couple hours in the day that I'm going to end up spending it, and I'm going to have the rest of the day. My girlfriend's still got to work. Her job has to have her come in at a couple hours, but still, I'm going to have time to do some videos. There's a video that what's the best way for me to go with this? And I don't want to spend too much time with this. There's one guy I see who does like these short kind of videos talking about anime, where he's arguing back and forth. Some stuff you've probably seen it, and he brought up one that made me go, "I'm sorry, wait, what?" And it's the video of how that Goku's not a bad father, and it got me thinking. I'm like, okay, well maybe the argument's there, but the arguments he made did not make sense, at least not entirely. So I think I'm going to do that. It ties into Gohan's story a little bit here, where his potential was kind of wasted. But the whole crux of this what if is, what if that potential wasn't wasted? What if after Cell's death, after Goku decided to stay dead, and the 7 years went on of peace, that Gohan decided, okay, I'm going to train. I'm going to be sure that that Dad's gone now, so I'm going to be the strongest there is to help protect this place, my world and my home, my friends. And so Gohan trains those 7 years. Now, what does that training entail, and how strong does Gohan actually get? First and foremost, he does visit Piccolo probably a lot. Hell, I have to assume he still visited Piccolo a lot even without training, because Piccolo's pretty much a second dad to him. Especially as we get into Super, he's definitely a second dad. So he's more like an uncle, but still, he definitely was taking advantage of Piccolo's being there, really. It's like, could you ever look after Pan? To be fair, Piccolo likes doing that anyway. We can get that he likes doing that. So he goes there to obviously work on his mental training, have someone to spar with. I do not see Vegeta going into the training. Vegeta kind of swears off fighting because his actual rival is gone. Remember, Gohan is the strongest character on the planet at that point. And technically in the series at that point, and Vegeta had never once, as far as we know, tried to go and train with him and try to go and fight him. This is because Gohan's not his rival. Goku's his rival. And so, yeah, Vegeta probably goes around moping throughout this entire time. Now, we know Vegeta's still trained. He just hadn't been fighting for 7 years. Gohan, meanwhile, continues to train and gets stronger. One of the things he does is perfect his Super Saiyan 2 form, because when we see it in the original series the first time, he'd only just accessed it. So we don't know if he could have just immediately gone into it after the fact, similar to like Goku's Super Saiyan. He can only do it under intense emotion. Gohan obviously trains to work and control that. This also is going to be raising his base up higher, so he's actually going to be stronger than Goku, even at base form, when Goku comes back into the fray. But the big thing here to talk about is, can Gohan go beyond Super Saiyan 2? Can he go even further beyond? Can he do that? And the answer, I think, is actually a very concise yes. But it's not the same as with Goku. See, while I do believe that Super Saiyan 3 is an achievable form in a living body, it would just, take a bit more time and effort to do so. Now, Gohan's extra potential as a hybrid maybe gives him that edge, but we don't actually know what the parameters in training are for Super Saiyan 3. We know that Goku went under intense physical training and intense mental training, and he ultimately unlocked the new form. Gohan probably doesn't train the exact same way as his dad, and honestly, nor should/would he? He's not his dad. He's different from his dad. He also knows a lot of his own strengths and weaknesses, and particularly the fact that he has that innate kind of rage boost inside of him. So with training, that's what he's focusing on, trying to harness the power of that rage, go even further beyond. Now, we're not going to see Super Saiyan or Berserk Gohan, I guess it's called. Beast Gohan, not Berserk. Beast Gohan. We're not going to see that. And the big reason for that is, again, it's not fully ever stated, I think, but it's very heavily implied that Gohan's a very unique case because A, hybrid, extra potential, but B, and most importantly, he had his hidden potential unlocked by the old Kai. Combine those together to push further beyond, and that's kind of what unlocked the beast mode for Gohan. I don't know if it's ever been proven that you can do that with someone else who had their potential unlocked at the same, like Goku or Vegeta. They had their potential unlocked, which why hasn't that happened yet, by the way? I don't know if you could go even further beyond that. But that's more or less the reason Gohan is able to hit beast mode. Now, hypothetically, there could be a form down the line that's similar to beast mode, a sort of pseudo beast mode, comparatively. But, by the way, imagine what happens if you had beast mode and God Ki together. Holy crap. Because remember, Gohan doesn't have God Ki. That was au natural Gohan on there. Really, 100%, because the hidden potential unlock is just unlocking your potential. So, yeah. And really, as far as we know, with that form, hypothetically, there's no ceiling to that form. You can continually get stronger and stronger the more you train with that form. It's just, if you stop training with that form, you're actually going to start losing power, as we saw with Gohan and Super. So Gohan is looking to tap into his rage for new power. Ultimately, what he actually stumbles upon is a odd, amped version of Super Saiyan that he starts to kind of go into a more aggressive state. This is essentially the Ikari Super Saiyan form that Broly achieves in Dragon Ball Super Broly. Broly didn't turn into a typical Super Saiyan. Remember, he was already in Ikari when he turned into Super Saiyan. This is something that Gohan does in reverse. Instead of having Super Saiyan or Ikari and going Super Saiyan / Super Saiyan 2, Gohan is actually going Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 and then adding Ikari on top of that. Now, it takes a while for him to kind of get it down. Even so, I imagine that is a lot more straining on his body than it was on Broly. Broly, we know, is a genetic anomaly. He's a legendary Super Saiyan in both incarnations. Granted, he's not called the legendary Super Saiyan in the movie, the newest one, the Super movie, but he is more or less the legendary Super Saiyan. He's a genetic anomaly, which is why his body can handle that power. And even then, it can't handle it to the fullest degree because he has to let it out, otherwise he'll explode. This is why he's releasing so much energy at once. Gohan, very similar boat here, but still, he has this new form. If you do the math, that's a 1,000 times multiplier, which means Ikari Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is well above Super Saiyan 3 Goku at this point. This leads us into the actual story, where years later, Gohan is going to school, he meets Videl, he does stop some robbers, he does become the Great Saiyaman, but he never stops training. This leads ultimately to Goku saying, hey, I actually got some credit. Apparently, as he put it, I've got some credit down here, up here. I can come back for one day. I'm like, wait, what? Credits? And so he shows up. Everyone's happy to see him. Vegeta's just like, Kakarot. And he's like, I will have this, I will take advantage of this Kakarot. He's like, yeah, you do that, best buddy. Looking forward to it. And then he sees his son, Gohan. And he's like, it's good to see you, son. And he just says, wow, you really have gotten stronger. Thanks, Dad. I never stopped training. Never stopped training. I knew someday that strength might be needed. So, right on. Which, by the way, side note real quick, because Goku says he's not going to be around forever, but we know Saiyans age slower, so he'd be around for a while. Do hybrid Saiyans age slower? I don't think it's a question that's ever been asked. Or does the human part of their DNA kind of override that in terms of aging? We never see Gohan old enough in this series to really answer the question. Although we do see Pan in GT near the end and the Legacy of Goku movie, the GT movie. So we do see a very old version of Pan in that movie. So I guess hybrid Saiyans do age still slower than normal humans. I guess that would make sense. So Gohan can definitely carry on the torch for many, many, many a year. And so really a lot of the stuff goes down the same. Now, one thing that does change, though, is Goten. Goten, because Gohan still trains, Goten is also training. And by the way, and this is where I'll always get on Chi-Chi's case, Gohan can still study and train when he's not studying, because it's probably one of the things he does in his off time. He can't spend the entire damn time studying. That is not a healthy environment or mentality to have. Sorry, Chi-Chi. He can still be a scholar. In fact, as far as we know, he is. What he actually does is a little nebulous, but whatever he does, he makes good living doing it. Studying Super Saiyan, says he has Super Saiyan ants. Entomology, maybe go on. Biology, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so Goten is actually stronger because he gets to train with his brother a lot more often. I'd say even to the point where he's not stronger than Goku or Vegeta by any stretch of means, but he's actually well above Trunks. Well above Trunks. And so when their fight happens, Goten actually is able to beat on Trunks pretty easily. Not to say that it's a complete stomp. Trunks is still very, I mean, like, using numbers real quick. If Goten is the 10, Trunks is like a 7. So Trunks is definitely putting up a really good fight. But ultimately, Goten, because he's had his brother who is the strongest on the planet to help train him, is ultimately able to overcome Trunks and beat him. And it's like, yeah, Chi-Chi's like, that's my boy! It's like, yeah! And she kind of gets Bulma. It's like, and so the fights go down. Videl gets her teeth kicked in by Spopovich, one of the most savage beatings ever in that series. Gohan is being held back by his father, and so she gets, after that, he gives her a Senzu-bean. She's all good. Trunks goes up. Gohan goes up into to the ring. Kibita's there. Gohan, I want you to show me your Super Saiyan form. These guys don't realize how strong these guys are yet, and Gohan shows up. Fine, I guess there's no reason to hide it now. Ha! Powers up. Ooh. Keep in mind, he is strong, very much stronger here than he was when he fought Cell. And so, I see. I could go even further if I wanted to. What? And it's good! Powers up even further, shows off Super Saiyan 2. Does not show off the Super Saiyan Ikari, however. The reason for that is there's just not a lot of reason to be showing that off, and that is still his equivalent of Super Saiyan 3. It's still straining on his body, so there's not really a purpose to it. But he still shows off his Super Saiyan 2, which is, again, leagues beyond where he was when he fought Cell. Now, and I say it's maybe like double, like Deborah, for example. That would mean that he and Deborah are the exact same strength, which actually would probably add up. This is something I'm going to talk about more in the Goku bad parenting question mark video. But someone put the guy when he was arguing, saying, yeah, Goku was stronger than Cell. I'm like, Gohan was stronger than Cell, and Goku knew. I'm like, no, Gohan was stronger than Cell with Super Saiyan 2. He was not stronger than Cell or fully recovered Cell in base form. He was around Goku's level, maybe a little stronger, but Cell still was like there was a bigger gap with Cell and Goku than you think. Gohan, just standard Super Saiyan Gohan, was not stronger than Cell. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan made mincemeat of Cell. The point I'm trying to get at here is that, yeah, I think it would actually make sense that Super Saiyan Deborah, or Super Saiyan Gohan, is as strong as Deborah, so that makes him about double Deborah. Spopovich and Yamu come in, he gets paralyzed, his energy is taken, they go off, give it to Babidi and Deborah, and are killed. The Z Fighters go off to try to save the day. Now, so where exactly does this put Buu? Because, and I'm going to be frank with you, Gohan Super Saiyan 2 might actually be upon Buu's initial release enough to fill up Buu's meter here. Like Gohan, we know, even a weakened, less out of practice Gohan at Super Saiyan 2 was strong enough to be half of Buu's power. And so we make Gohan at least as strong as Deborah. Pardon. Whew. sorry, we know Super Saiyan 2 Gohan is actually weaker than Deborah. That's the big thing here. He's weaker than he was when he fought Cell, and Deborah is actually calced at being around Perfect Cell's level, which means that if Gohan is as strong as Deborah in just Super Saiyan and goes Super Saiyan 2, that means that's enough to wake Buu up. And so when they get there, they are immediately shocked about the powers. It's like, what is, and in fact, if anything, they're giving Buu more energy. So if anything, Buu should just take that energy. There's no like surplus that's boiling over of energy. And so they see the explosion, the ship is damaged, but ultimately it doesn't matter. Is this the great Majin Buu? I don't know exactly. Boo, Boo, you play the Boo bits from the bridge. You play with Boo. It's like, I'm sorry, what? You play with Boo. Speak up, be a little. Speak up, you fat little glob. I'm not in. And then, oh God! No, we're too late. To which then they realized Gohan was strong enough to release them? Holy crap. That power. Even Vegeta, for all of his like bravado, is like, how strong is that thing? Ryan's Boo, yes, you wish to play, don't you? Boo want to play. They want to play. They want to play. They want to play the game you die. Oh, Boo has played this game before. And so, yeah, Boo and the gang square off. And that's where we're going to leave. No, I'm not done there. No, I have written out the entire Boo arc here, actually. And so Boo comes in and says, look out! And it's like, Boo! It's like, ah! And they're all in Super Saiyan already. But Boo's just, Boo, 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 Boo. Boo! Oh, that's fine. We play again. Boo! And then, they try blocking. Vegeta's like, Vegeta goes Super Saiyan 2 because he did have it. It just was a weaker version of the form. Until he got the Majin boost, whatever that boost is. I think it's proportional. I think it's probably like depending on the person, kind of like a dark potential unlock, whatever. So he goes Super Saiyan 2. Does start to wail into Boo a little bit, but we know how that song and dance goes. And he just clocked around. Goku and Gohan both get blasted back as well. Just they're on the gun. Man, he's strong. I know, Dad. Holy crap. But I've still got a trick or two up my sleeve. How about you, son? I thought you never asked. And all of a sudden, they see the spear. Boom! Huh? Deborah, what are you doing? We can't let that monster loose, my lord. He's too dangerous. And so it's like, you still want to play? Me turn you into cookies. Like, what? And then turns into Deborah cookie. And they're like, huh? He ate him. You do a little cone there. I don't believe this monster. What kind of beast is he? And we know for a fact eating the candy and eating anything absorbs that power into Boo. Boo just gets stronger. We know that for a fact because we saw it happen when. Now, to be fair, with the thin Boo versus evil Boo versus good Boo, it was I think partly the fact that they were two halves of the same whole, and whoever was going to win would take the power of the other. But it's still, we know that it still kind of works that way. I think the fact is we just don't usually see enough individuals who are strong enough for that effect to really work. Usually Boo absorbs them with his own body, but I assume just turning them into, because he's still eating them and taking their nutrients, energy, whatever you want to call it, I assume it still works. And I'm willing to bet that's why Boo was able to so readily beat on Vegeta even at Super Saiyan 2 Majin, because he had already eaten Deborah at that point and gotten a bunch of energy from him. Now, granted, I think that it depends on what form Boo is taking, but or it depends on what form Boo is taking. Well, yeah, it depends on what forms Boo is taking, but his form might not necessarily change. Like we did see in the flashbacks when he was absorbing the Kais, he did absorb them, if I'm not mistaken. Although I think he did also eat some of them too. I can't remember that exactly until he got to like the Supreme Grand Kai or whatever, or Grand Supreme Kai. I don't remember which, the fat one that turned him into the fat one. So, So the point is, the boy gets a big boost. They sense the boost too. It's like, holy crap, he just got stronger. Damn it. well, this isn't good. I was hoping to be able to spend a lot more time with you guys, but if we're gonna do this, we gotta do it together, son. Right. What do you mean, Dad? If I do this, it's gonna waste a lot of my time here on this time on Earth. I won't be able to spend as much time with you and your mother as I'd like to. But if we don't do this, there might not be an Earth. Right, Dad. No, I understand. Ready when you are. All right, then. Well, come on. Well, why not? Come on, Dad. You've been dead for 7 years. So let me see what you got. And Gohan's kind of joking. It's like, oh, you're on. It's like, I'm sorry. Are you making fun? And she's like, how can you be having a joking contest right now? And Goku just stands up and says, well, I don't know what my son has in store for you. Well, let me give you a little demonstration. It's Super Saiyans. And he shows off the base form. This is Super Saiyan. This is what you call Super Saiyan 2. And this is the go even farther beyond. Just starts powering up, doing the shaking. Even Gohan's like, whoa. No way. Powers up. There's Super Saiyan. All right. All right, you're up, son. Awesome, but I got you beat on this one, Dad. Huh? Really? And Gohan's like, really? Trying to do that because his voice goes a little gruffer when he's in Super Saiyan 3. So I'm trying to do that slightly gruffer version of Goku. It's like, really? And so, now Gohan's takes less time to do because he's practiced it a bit more than Goku has. Plus, it's not as drastic of a transformation, but goes in Super Saiyan 2. All of a sudden, Goku sees his hair get a little bit longer and even spikier and wild. And then the lightning is around him again, and he even sees the eyes. Now, Super Saiyan eyes are green, but the Ikari eyes are like a yellow with, I think, a little tinge of orange in there. So green and yellow are just a different shade of green. I'm trying to think what color, because they're green, but they're like a turquoise green. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you get when you combine like evil yellow, which they kind of are like orangish, amber yellow. I think that's the color we'd go with to describe the Ikari eyes. Amber yellow with turquoise. Maybe actually it kind of would be an orange-ish color. So maybe that's kind of not quite a blood orange, more on the lighter side of the color spectrum. But I don't know, something akin to orange. Maybe some flecks of green in there. And Gohan standing there in his Ikari Super Saiyan 2. Again, 1,000 times multiplier from base versus a 400 times. Holy crap! No, man. That's awesome, son. I guess I'll have to, you'll have to tell me how you figured that one out. But we can't waste any time. Right. And so the fight begins. And both these guys, despite Buu having a lot of power, start wailing on Buu. Now, Buu is one of those beings that can grow continuously stronger throughout the fight, as he was with Goku. Goku was just trying to stall him, and even so, the longer the fight went on, the better odds were for Buu. He even was copying techniques as they fought. Goku did say though he probably could have beaten Fat Buu without too much difficulty. And if you look at some of the power level series that exists out there, I also did a matching up for the power level series. It kind of the numbers do, if you can figure out the numbers, back that up a bit. In fact, Goku actually was really ahead of Fat Buu. But that being said, they're still strong. Goku's like, I can't stay in this for much longer. It's eating up my time. It's like, right. Go and blast them. But Buu actually blasts back. Whoa! You thought, but Buu know what I'm putting anymore. Boo! And just, and they're both, and Boo's just like letting out his energy. He's like, holy crap. And they're both holding it back. Together, son. Right. Kame. And then just father-son tag team Kamehameha. And it is very much a complete and utter disintegration kind of thing here. Like their power is so much greater than Boo's that it would be the effective way, basically what happened to Cell. Now, granted, Buu being magical and near impervious is very difficult to kill that way. The Spirit Bomb worked because of what the Spirit Bomb is. It's positive energy versus evil energy. And so Buu was completely disintegrated. But I do think you could still get that effect here given the complete, because you're adding Goku and Gohan, two individuals already not eclipsing, but much stronger than Fat Buu, and adding them together. I think you could still wipe Fat Buu off the face of the planet with this combined move. And, they blast into space like, boo! And Goku powers down. He's like, no, that's not possible. My beloved Boo. Boo probably also ate Yakan and Pui Pui, by the way. I forgot to bring that up, but yeah, those guys are probably eating dough. I was like, my beloved Boo, it can't be. No, I can't. I won't let this. I was like, huh? He's like, no more, Bob. And he just boom, knocks him out. And they basically just bind him. And Boo is defeated, and Bobbity is contained. Boo and Shin and Kibito give their eternal thanks to Goku and Gohan, as well as everyone who participated. Vegeta, meanwhile, is just seething about Kakarot, you even know you surpassed me and your son. I knew he had gotten stronger, but still, and Vegeta's fuming into himself. Damn it all! And so, if there's anything we can do to thank you, please let us know. And so we bid you adieu for now. All right, thanks. To which honestly, I could even see them saying, we could bring you back, could resurrect you, Goku. It wouldn't be that difficult, actually. Not really, because we know the old Kai just gave his life and transferred it to Goku. Theoretically, it's possible that they can do something similar without killing themselves, or just get around and say, well, it's like, well. And Goku, I think initially is like, well, I don't know. The whole idea was to stay dead, stay dead. Otherwise, the threats would continue to come. Which again, something I'll point out in the bad parenting video is the threat came regardless of Goku. Now, granted, there were 7 years of peace, sure, but the threat was coming regardless of Goku. That's just it. Beerus was going to come regardless of Goku. And actually, I mean, yes, the Red Ribbon Army the Red Ribbon Army androids existed because of Goku. Reds. I guess that's technically Goku's fault, but not exactly. Frieza didn't even know about Goku until then, and really, that is both Goku's fault, but also Gohan and Krillin's fault, and Vegeta and Piccolo, because Goku didn't even show up till the end there. So I don't know if you could put the blame about the Frieza thing coming to Earth on Goku solely. I mean, yes, though, but to a degree, most of the enemies were because of Goku on some level. But again, Buu just proved that no, Goku being dead didn't stop anything. And there was still a lot of moments of peace on the planet before then. Again, 3 years for the androids. They're training for it, but that's still 3 years of peace. 5 years between the end of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. So there's that. A year of peace before Frieza came around, so we know that as well. So that's what? 13 years of peace right out the gate. So, if anything, there's been more years of peace with Goku there than there were without him there. I mean, again, it's a semantics argument, I know, but still. And Goku does, and I think they even Gohan even points it out. It's like, look, Dad, me and Mom and Goten would love to have you back at home if you wanted. And it's like, well, and Goku says, like, well, I wanted to stay dead this time so no enemies would come after me. Yeah, but an enemy came that had nothing to do with you, Dad. Luckily, we were here. And the only reason we were able to beat him was because you were here. That might not be entirely true, but Gohan might believe that true. Like, Gohan, as powerful as he is, also probably believes, I'm not sure I could have beaten him on my own. Because he was extremely powerful. And Gohan also realizes, had I gone and Kari Super Saiyan 2 my full power at the tournament and they stole it, Buu would have all that power. So they actually would have been in a real shit position. Fortunately, that wasn't the case. And so Goku actually does think about that. Plus, he can now train with his son and they can, it's like, awesome. So Goku's like, all right, I'll do it. Very well, thank you. Well, we'll ask. Unfortunately, we do not have Dragon Balls of our own, but we might be able to ask the Namekians for help. And so they do, and they bring Goku back, and she's like, oh, we can be a family. And so the day is saved thanks to the combination of the father-son tag team of Goku and Gohan. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. That's the end of part 1. We'll be back on next Saturday with part 2. It's always fun to have just a nice clean what if. This is not going to be a long multi-part one. Probably we're looking at 2 to 3, 4 at most parts. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.